Hey! I'm back, baby!
Okay, I owe you an explanation. Where have I been? What's going on? Where are we? And what's happening with Punch a Bunch? I'll fill you in. As most of you probably know, we just moved and the last few weeks have just been so busy with packing and don't worry guys, the epic pegboard will be transferred in a mithril encased care crate box. But here we are. We're finally done. Well, I still need to figure out what we're gonna do with our new game dev space here, but it's not gonna look like this. Don't worry. Everything went well. It was a lot of work, but we made it.
And here it is, the old office. Hey, Ziggy? The desk used to be here. Now there's nothing. And that's the end of that. Yeah. A little bit weird, but also exciting.
We're moving from Vancouver to Vancouver Island. It's just amazing here with the mountains and the waters, the stillness and the peacefulness to it all. I'm super happy this is all over and we can get back to some proper game devin. This moving nonsense is over now and we're back to weekly videos. And as a little bonus, when I'm done with this new space, I'll throw in a little setup tour for you guys. But okay, who cares about moving? Enough about that. Let's talk about Punch a Bunch. Yes, I was moving, but boy did I get a lot of stuff done. Actually, that's not true. I had so much stuff to do and for the last period, my game dev setup looked like this. I haven't worked on the game much, but I did do some stuff. Last episode, it was great to play the game for real, finally. Come here, come here, come here, come here. Stunned, boom!
No!
But it also made me realize that we have a lot to do in order to make the game more playable. And with everything that's been going on, I just didn't have the headspace to tackle that task. It felt like a lot of thinking, a lot of testing. So rather than just doing nothing, let's just do something manageable. I decided to start working on a menu system. That seems like a fun thing to do and doesn't require too much, I don't think. How hard can it be, right? Let's get started. I was picturing some colored blobs for each menu element. I probably should have drafted something up in Photoshop first, but I just decided to wing it. I started off with just a simple sphere and added some noise to make it a bit more irregular. I wanted it to animate slowly over time so that it's not just like a still image. It took some trial and error, but I got something working eventually. I then brought this bubble thing I created into Unreal Engine's interface creation system. I made it so that when you hover on the button, it speeds up the blob animation just slightly for a short moment and scales it up a bit, for just like a fun effect. And then I just duplicated this to make a few more buttons. Alright, look at that. It's all working. Well, obviously nothing happens when you click, but I think it's gonna be pretty easy to set that up. Check this out. Unreal is great in that it has a lot of stuff already set up for you to use. All we need to do is use the onClick event, tie that to an open level node and select our level. It's that simple. Okay, let's try this out. And voila! Except we have 3 players. Okay, so see, when I set up multiplayer, I cheated a little bit. I'm gonna go in and just fix that offline later. It's gonna be fine, trust me. But it works. Same with the quit button. It's that simple. Easy! Genius. All right, but it can look more fun than this. I'm not really sure what to put in the background, but I have an idea. Well, at least for now, something temporary. Just gonna get the boxing ring in. now that we have all of that, we're just gonna blur it all out back there. And we also need our little logo. What? What? How? Let's try that again. What's going on? I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. The background is temporary, no problem. We'll come up with something later, but I think it's good enough for now. Better than nothing, hey? Okay, let's try this. Thankfully, I didn't lose too much work and it was pretty quick to get back to where we were. The menu is now fully functioning, the buttons animate and you can click on them. We don't have an options menu yet, but that's okay. The point is, it's all working. I'm pretty happy with what we have so far. Like I said, I'd like to replace the background for something more exciting at some point, but for now, I think we're okay. What I want to do next is also something that I've been thinking about a lot and I keep getting questions about is character customization. So I want to start working on like a character customization screen where we'll have the character and then some buttons you can click on and change some colors. I started by just setting up a little space where the character can stand. I'm going for something clean, sort of like a standard white photography background. Next, I decided to repurpose the animated buttons we already created for our main menu. I set up some preset colors. These are just temporary. I'm gonna add more colors and probably textures as well, such as camo and other cool things. I had to reconfigure the buttons a little bit, but I eventually came up with something like this. Now I had to bind the color buttons to actually change the materials on the character, which was a lot trickier than I thought. I was actually happy to run into this issue here because it forced me to learn about event dispatchers. They basically provide a simple way for objects to communicate with each other, and it's definitely something I'm going to be using more moving forward. Okay, look. So I set it up now in a way so that you click it, you can click the thing and it does a little animation and the colors pop up and then you can choose which color, any color that you like, and you can do combinations. Okay, I know this is looking a little bare bones, but just bear with me. This is just proof of concept. It's gonna look better and of course we're gonna have more stuff, like obviously more colors. Definitely want to add in hats and other things like that. I think it's a good base to have. And I also implemented so that if you click and drag, you can rotate your character around like this, this took a little longer than you might think. I'm really proud of this feature. And look, it's like if you drop it, it like stops like smoothly, like it's not jerky or anything. Okay, it might sound easy, but it was hard for me, okay? Not genius. I think it looks cool. I like it. As a start, as a base, very happy with this. Again, sorry for the delay everyone. We're not fully settled in here yet, but we're almost there. We are, however, like I said, back to weekly videos again. Thank you all for being so supportive. It's really, if it wasn't for your constant positivity, Punch a Bunch would not be where it's at today, that's for sure. I've got some pretty big updates for the channel coming out, so stay tuned for that. And if you want to learn how to make your own games, then I highly recommend you check out the courses that I took to learn game development. I'll put some links in the description. And don't forget about the Google algorithm juice. You know what to do. It's so awesome to see you. I'm so happy to be back. I'll see you next week.